Hello everybody. Today I want to do a short video on modifying an Opinel. And I already own an Opinel number 9. This is the one that I had for many years and I really like it, but number 9, because the handle is a little bit bigger, you'll get that. And the blade, I always thought that really fine point, maybe I would prefer spearpoint, but the Opinels all come in this shape. And then, of course, they came out with the Garden Opinel. I've already taken them all apart, so excuse me for that, but you get the point. It's the Opinel Garden knife, and it's actually a number 8 handle, so the length is also more like the number 8, and it has the spear point. I hope it focuses there. So the spear point I really like, and I thought if I had this blade on a decent handle, then I would really like that. But I also owned, again I took it apart, the Oyster knife. And the Oyster knife has really beautiful handle. It has a really beautiful handle. The Paduk wood, which is a tropical wood. And that tropical hardwood is really solid, so it's dimensionally very stable. It doesn't work as much with moist, heat, cold, so it stays in shape a lot better, which is of course a problem with the other Opinels, that if they get wet you get a problem with opening. And that Oyster blade that I actually sharpened to make it a sort of whittling knife didn't really do it for me, because the blade is really short, so you really can't use it for much else. And for whittling there are far better knives for that, for instance the Mora knives, etc. But so I thought I really like this handle and I really like that other blade, so why not combine them and make a new knife. So I did that. So let's take a closer look and see how that works out. Alright, so I hope this is sharp. This is my number 9 knife. This is the other knife. Here is the Oyster knife, the Garden knife. This doesn't want to lay down. And of course all the rings and the pins. So let's just start with the Garden knife. So that is indeed a number 8 knife. Now you can take that ring off with a pocket knife. You can look that up on the internet. It's not very hard. You just take your Victorinox with the bottle opener, and you actually just put that behind one of these edges there. You just lift it up until you hear sort of like a cracking noise, and then it comes free, and then you can shove it off very easily. I saw this from another video from a girl actually showing that, and you can actually find that. I'll try to put a link in the description so you can see that for yourself. But it's not too hard of a thing to do. And then the pin, of course, you need to hammer that out. You can use a nail. Maybe you can take the point off a little bit, making it a little bit blunter. But you can just hammer that out. That is not an issue as well. And all right, so far so good. These things come off pretty easy. So I figured I swap the blades. I take the garden blade, the garden knife, and put that on my Paduk handle, which is great because I got a great handle with a great blade. Now there are a few things you need to do before you can make that work, because, and I don't think that is visible, but the blades, if you line them up, and that is going to be really hard to see, but the holes are not the same distance. So you have a little bit of a discrepancy. That means that when you put the blade in the handle of the number 9, you're actually you have a little bit not enough space, so it really doesn't really want to go in there. So you need to file a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I really mean a little bit. You have to shorten it a little bit here, making it a little bit deeper, sort of, so that the hole and the pin line up really nice. And I also took out a little bit of space here on top with a file, just a little iron file or something. It's really easy, just file off a little bit so that when you open it up, it will actually fall into this little hole, and then it will be straight. Otherwise the blade, I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit, but when you put it in and you don't have enough room, the blade is a little bit like this. And then you have to make a little bit of space. Ooh, sharp, so that it's really straight, because it doesn't the ring actually only secures it at the bottom, at the cutting edge here. I'll show you when I put this all together. Yeah, so this is, you put the ring back on, you put the pin back, and let's put this thing together. Now I broke my pin, and I took a nail, just measured it, measured the length of the pin, and I just have a spare pin now. And I can hammer that a little bit, making it more like the original. Flatten it on one part, but you know, it just fits in and you're good to go. So that is a nice option. Okay, let's put it together and see what that looks like. One moment. All right. So I lined everything up. That's a little bit of a puzzle. That's why I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes trying that out. You see that the pin is actually sticking out on both sides a little bit. That is okay. It's actually preferable that it is a little bit longer, because the ring has some space there, the gap, you know, you see where it can spin around the pin. So it has a lot of room there for a little bit of for the pin actually. So it doesn't really matter if it sticks out a little bit. It's even better, so the pin cannot move around too much. Yeah, all right, so the pin is in. I close it and I put the ring. Let me see if I put that correctly. I think, yep, all right, there it is. Put that over and then I can, all right, so the ring is on now. And as you can see, it opens up nice. It's really sort of straight. And I can actually lock it. And the only place that it locks is actually here at the bottom, at the cutting edge, which is kind of like weird, but the top is just falling under the ring. Yeah, that's because this is number 9 and this is number 8. So if you have a number 8 handle and you have smaller hands, I think that would fit one-on-one, but now you have to, you know, fool around a little bit, shave a little bit, and then see how it ends up. Now there's one other problem, of course, that when you close it, in the original, there was only a small blade in there, so there is no space for the knife. So you have to take some shaving stuff, grinding. I took a saw blade and I just start sawing out a little bit of wood there, and maybe with a little bit of sandpaper you can just open this up a little bit. But the beauty is you can keep it such that it's sticking out really nice, so the nick is really clear here, you can really grab it. And the 90-degree spine is also really nice for throwing fire sparks from a fire steel, so you can just grab the thing and just scrape. You don't even have to open it up, so it's a really nice feature there. So all in all, if you combine these two, you get a really nice camping, hiking, light bushcrafting knife with a spear point that locks. There is no play, really nice, really tight, nice handle, of course with hardwood. And that is going to be my second knife. So now I have 2 knives that I enjoy. My standard knife, here, with the ordinary blade, and my hardwood knife with my spear point. And I guess that is a really nice combination to own. Now the other blade and the other handle are not combinable because this is a little bit longer. So when you put it in and you line the holes up, just so you know, if you thought of combining these two, if you line the holes up, as you can see, there is a lot of space here. So when you put the rings on, there is nothing to lock. So there will be a lot of play in that blade. So that really doesn't work. So you have to put it in a number 9 handle if you want to use that small blade. Yeah, all right, so I'm left with a few rings, and maybe I can use another blade for that handle. All right, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this, my new camping hiking knife. I hope you enjoyed the video, and all right, thanks for watching and see you next time.